Okay. Now let me press record right here. This humidity. Alright, ready. Here we go, Freddy. Okay, recording. Right on. So. Hello, Neil.
How's it going, man?
What's up? I'm glad you agreed to come on. I actually wanted you to be on one of the first ones, but you were busy. So what's up? How are you?
Dude, I'm good.
How's your life going? You're very out of all the people that I've had on the podcast so far, I feel like out of them, you're the most cheeriest. Like you're the most happy, lighthearted
I'm always
guy.
happy.
All right, so. Yeah. So what's up? So we're both graduating soon.
Dude, I know, it's crazy.
How euphoric and like serene. Do you feel the energy in the air?
Dude, like, it's weird, like, thinking, you know, like, my cousin's actually visiting, and he brought his friend from Tennessee, and, like, he was talking to me, he's like, you know, you're gonna be a little sad, you know, like, for, like, 2 days, just, like, right before, like, you know, oh, this is everything, you know, like,
right.
And then you go and move away, and then he said it's just, like, the greatest thing, so I'm just waiting to, like, feel the realness of it.
I can't even, just the idea.
Dude. And then beach week.
Oh, I'm not going to that, but,
You should go, man.
Perhaps. I don't know, I'm just happy that it's a new chapter. I feel a new chapter starting to come in.
Yeah, dude.
The universe is handing down, you know, closing, just flipping the page and saying, alright, here, and I have no idea, like, I think about next year what's going to happen, but there's really, honestly, no idea I could ever imagine, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen. It's a completely different state.
Yeah.
It's a different environment completely
The
from
South.
here. So, I'm excited to get down there to Savannah, but,
You're
going
to
to
this in
Michigan.
the dorm.
What?
You're going to be doing this in the
I'm
dorm
going to
room?
continue this next year, for sure, and it's going to be great because there's, since it's going to be with, art people, like-minded people, it kind of, I mean, I'm not saying to offend anybody else, but, it just seems like art people have more open minds towards things in general, and, I'm sure some people will want to, you know, contribute, so I'm hoping some people, but, yeah, you're going to Michigan, so you're going cold. I'm kind of
You're going hot. Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely scared of the humidity though. Today was humid as hell.
It's kind of dry in the south though. Like it's not too bad.
I think it's pretty humid.
It's nice up north. Tell you what, there's no humidity. Just nice, dry.
Yeah.
Fresh air.
So you're going to Michigan? What state?
Michigan Tech.
Tech.
Yeah.
So what exactly you want to do?
I'm gonna do exercise science. So I can be like a strength and conditioning coach. You know, like you just help professional teams lift and stuff. Pretty easy job.
Where do you want to live? Do you want to live in Michigan?
Dude, I kind of want to live in Colorado.
That sounds like a pretty nice idea.
UC Boulder.
I mean, I kind of like had the dream of moving to California, which is you know, Colorado and like California, like kind of like the dream states, and but I went to California, couldn't find colleges for me, but I thought, no, what, fine, maybe not in college, but after I'm out of college, I'm heading out to the West, hopefully starting my life there after, you know, graduating in 4 years, but who knows, anything could happen in that time, so I'm not gonna like plan out my life.
I don't know what's gonna happen with me.
You could end up in Japan someday, like who knows?
I don't know, man.
Who knows?
Went to a concert this weekend.
You did?
I did. Went to a WMZQ Fest.
Oh, the country thing?
It was pretty crazy, man.
Why? Explain this to me, because honestly, that's not my scene at all. So please tell me, what it was like.
What has 5 teeth and 50 legs? The front row at WMZQ.
I feel like really dumb right now because I don't get
Come on, man. They're all fucking inbred, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. They're just, ugh.
Like, why? Why are you saying that?
Just like, dude, it is like country.
Are you serious?
There's like some country people there, dude.
Wait, so you're saying like incest?
Yeah, dude.
Really?
I mean, like West Virginians and stuff.
Are you just like, are you just guessing they are? Because how
Yeah,
can you tell
dude.
me this?
They
How
just-
can you?
They're just
sure of this?
they're real hick looking.
You're
Like Beverly. You ever
seriously-
seen Beverly Hillbillies?
No.
You never seen Beverly?
No.
I'll just tell you, you would definitely notice that these people are from the country.
So, and you just know that because I feel like that's kind of a thing, like a stereotype, and they did that like 100 years ago, and they kind of stopped. Like,
Nah, people
the
use that
Mormon
stereotype.
but you really think it's still going on? I'm sure it is somewhere.
I don't know, man.
I just don't know. Where was this?
Bristow, Virginia.
And this is south.
This is like, it's like a half hour from here. It's Manassas.
I really don't think there's incest going on in Manassas, but maybe.
Not Manassas,
maybe.
but there's. I mean,
don't-
people come from all around to go to this thing.
How far?
I'm sure people came far.
Like what? Like Ohio far?
Yeah, like Kentucky.
Are you
Tennessee.
serious?
Yeah, it was a huge deal.
Isn't this a radio station?
Yeah, but it's Luke Bryan he won Entertainer of the Year for country music, and then this group Florida Georgia Line, they got Album of the Year. So it's like it's like the Grammys for country music,
Really?
and they were like they both won this year, so
I don't know.
everybody wanted to see them.
Speaking of that, kind of, I wanted to talk to you about this on here. I've been kind of like growing the camera can't see. I've been growing plants, vegetables that I plant. This actually isn't a vegetable.
It's not a vegetable.
This is a.
It represents a vegetable.
I have vegetables. I'm growing a sunflower, not a vegetable, but I'm growing a watermelon, some peas.
Some snow peas.
Yeah.
Those are delicious.
So I'm raising them as babies. It's still a baby right now. I haven't named it yet.
Raising them.
And I'm gonna set them out in the wild soon enough. It's just we've had so much rain lately that I feel like they would die just because they'd be destroyed by rainfall. They're so small.
Maybe.
But I'm raising them well. You can see that they're well fed. It's standing up tall.
It's green.
This is Irish. This isn't an Irish bell. This might be an Irish bell actually. I'm not sure. Let me see. What does that say? A. I'm not sure.
Where does it say A?
Oh, A. That's the name of. It's a flat. It's like a colorful plant. Like I saw the packaging. It's downstairs.
It's gonna be big.
Yeah, it's like it turns into red and purple and stuff. But
It's pretty nice.
do you have any desire when you? I can't do it now. But do you have any desire when you're older, like older, to like when you retire, like get some land, and like grow some food?
I mean, I don't know about growing food, but I'd definitely like to get a lot of land. That'd be awesome.
You'd still go to like Giant though to get like the eggs and stuff.
I mean, maybe I'd probably grow some stuff, I guess, just because I had the room. But I'd definitely just have a bunch of land to just like buy some. If I was successful, you know,
Right.
get like ATVs and stuff. Just ride my land.
Yeah. I kind of want to, I don't know, maybe, I feel like there's a huge boom in this country of doomsday preppers. Like in the past, like 4 or 5 years, really. It's really grown.
But then nothing happened.
I know. But there's still, I promise you,
Yeah, there's
They're still going. There's another thing going. Hang on, let me check to see if the camera made, did the camera make a weird noise?
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I was just making sure. I was freaking out. Alright, but there's a huge boom in our country with the whole 2012 thing, but I didn't realize, like, most people think people just started freaking out about that for, like, 3 years ago. Like, I was reading some stuff online from, like, 1998 about 2012 stuff. Like, people for a while have been seeing this coming, but they also said 2000 was going to be, like...
What'd they say it was? There's like a name
Y2K.
for it. Yeah, Y2K.
Yeah.
Y2K would kill us all.
Yeah, but there's always, what's really interesting is if I looked it up online, I'm sure, I don't know where it is, you can look it up, whoever's listening, but it has record dates all the way back from like BC dates, I think. Maybe not. Maybe like AD. Way back, thousands of years of dates throughout every century of predictions, of doomsday predictions, of world-ending predictions, and they had all the same excuses, like the year 1000, we're all gonna die. You know what I mean?
Just because it's 1,000.
Yeah, and then 2000, we're still screaming. I wonder if it'll ever stop.
Probably.
I don't know.
We didn't have as much technology though. You know, we're gonna know our environment a lot more.
I mean, it actually is pretty crazy that you know, in 2012, I guess it's 2013 now, but 2012, leading up, there's a good portion of people, maybe not 50%, but a good portion of people that actually did say the world might end on 2012. I'm sure there was a portion of Americans, maybe they wouldn't admit it out loud in public, but they thought something. I was one of them, dude. I'd say the world.
I was just nervous about it. Like I was just like, oh, what if it were to actually happen?
Yeah,
crazy.
I was into it. Like I watch all the shows and I'm into all that stuff. It's interesting to me, like the Doomsday Preppers, like how these people prepare for like. I don't know, but and it's kind of in the more philosophical approach to it. Really quick, it's really a matter of, do you want to spend all your time while you're alive trying to prevent your death, or are you gonna just like go with it, and when your time comes, your time comes. You know what's gonna bring you more.
To be like that.
What's gonna like I don't know, and you know obviously some people decide that it's better to prevent death than. I mean, I understand
life.
If you have a family, you wanna protect them to the very last, whatever. But I don't know. I think people have different approaches on it, and then there's another group, a disturbing large portion of people that think everything they hear that sounds supernatural in any way is just total BS. They just assume right off the bat. I don't know. I'm an open-minded person.
I mean, a lot of people just don't want to believe it.
I mean, just like but I don't know what it is. Is it just fear? Or is it just this fear that we've had? I mean,
it's different for different people, I feel like.
I mean, I feel like the time of monsters and ghosts and all of that is kind of going away in a way. Like, ghosts still real. But I mean...
They're still real.
But I'm saying, like, I don't know. I don't know what I watch those shows and I think some creepy stuff can go on. I think it may be possible that, there's some lost souls, like, just...
If you watch Doctor Who, ghosts or even aliens.
Perhaps, maybe. But, I don't know. Savannah is apparently, like, one of the most haunted towns in America, though. So... Hopefully I'll see some supernatural stuff. Like if there's a ghost that lives with me, I really don't mind. Like just
be a little weirded out.
Just as long as it's not mean. Like if it's just like a fellow spirit.
He's a nice guy.
Just a fellow spirit. I can't see him. He's not gonna take my food. He's not gonna. I mean, it might be a little creepy if he sleeps in my bed while I'm sleeping, but I mean.
Ugh.
If he's just like he comes to say hi every now and then, I don't mind. But if it's that creepy stuff. That creepy ghost shit that you see on TV. No,
sir. I'm out.
I'm sprinkling holy water all over the floor. I'm scrubbing the floor. What else am I doing? I'm lighting incense. I'm lighting candles. I'm doing everything to get these evil spirits out. And then I'm even changing dorms because I'm not going to take the risk.
What if you just go to like the next door and it's just twice as bad?
But
you've already prepped your room, so I think you'd be fine at that point. It wouldn't even matter.
I don't know. At one point.
Don't want to waste your hard work.
At one point, I was considering buying not a lot of food, but some canned food and just putting it in my trunk. But I don't know. Like I feel like that's the type of thing that would be canned food in my trunk for like 30 years and I'd forget about it. And then all of a sudden it would happen and the food's like...
It'd be a little bit gross, but hey.
I don't know, but what's your stance on it? You don't believe... Like, what's your stance? Well, just, I don't know, like, where does your supernatural... Like, when does it cross the line into, okay, come on now, come back to reality?
I mean...
When does it cross the line? Is it aliens?
Dude, I believe in aliens. I don't doubt there's other life. I mean, I'll probably be a little weirded out if we actually encounter it in our life, but I'm sure it's there.
I was ready for the aliens to land on December 21st. I was ready for it, but, maybe.
Yeah, I think I thought that too, actually.
But, okay, so ghosts, is that crossing the line?
I don't know, man. I don't really have anything against them existing. I've never experienced anything.
I'm trying to think if I have...
I always think, like, limbo, that's ghosts.
Explain limbo to me, because I kind of...
It's purgatory, so, like, you're in, like, religious...
You're Catholic.
Like, yeah, I'm Catholic, so I don't even know if we believe in purgatory, to be honest.
But please explain to me, because...
It's, like, in between heaven and hell, and, like, you're waiting to see if you're going to heaven or hell.
Okay, so, wait...
I think they give you, like, in the movies, you get a second chance, but I don't think that's...
But how about this? So everybody goes to purgatory, and they're just like waiting in line, like at the supermarket.
It's like the DMV. Might as well just go to hell at that point.
They take a number, I'm sure, and
Dude,
they call the number. No, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to understand.
Even like a moving escalator.
Like, because I know other Christian, what do you call it? Schools of thought.
Yeah.
Don't believe in purgatory. They think
I don't know.
So you don't know.
No.
So does that cross? So I'm trying to figure out what crosses the line for you.
Not much crosses the line for me. I'm open
monsters.
to
How about when you hear about like the chupacabra?
Oh, I hope there's a chupacabra. I don't even care if I believe in it or not. That'd be
How
awesome if
about Bigfoot?
Bigfoot? I don't know where I stand on Bigfoot.
I see. Bigfoot for me is a little bit crossing the line.
Do you watch Finding Bigfoot ever?
I've seen it a little bit.
It's like this episode. We think we find Bigfoot.
No. It's too much of that, and I don't know. I just feel like that type of thing, like that's really hard to like. How are they preserving like only like two, but like how many are there?
Yeah.
Do they think like how's just one guy walking around? How are they reproducing?
It's the Yeti too. Like they're all the same thing. The Yeti's like the snow Bigfoot.
Yeah. I see that for me. That stuff is a little bit crossing the line, but who knows? I think
maybe he's just really deformed or something.
I don't know. I think we as humans used to be very. We explained the unknown in a fairy tale way, just to like I don't know. You know what I mean?
Maybe they just saw something else then.
Who knows? But maybe there was. But how about I'm trying to think what other like because I hear these stories. Okay, this is on subject of what we're talking about. I've been watching these stories.
They're like giant sharks
on YouTube. And wait let me just explain it and then you tell me your side. Of people explaining how they like overdosed on drugs or something, or some guy was shot and he lost a lot of blood. Some people died in a hospital because of some crazy thing. Anyway, but they come back to life because like they're revived in the whatever. They're revived in the ambulance or whatever. They come back.
I gotcha.
Or they call him a guy. But I'm saying what's freaky is they come back and they say they have crazy stories like I went to heaven and talked to Jesus. Anyway, I'm watching these videos and I'm feeling so good inside. Like wow, like it is true. Like there is something out there because I believe in that stuff, dude. I do. But what started to freak me the hell out, was there were some people that went to hell and came back and got like a second chance supposedly, and like talked to God and God was like change your ways. Now I've talked to other people about this and they think it's all lies. They think there's no way. It's like why would somebody just make that up and just be on a TV show to like it's and you look at their character in general and they just seem like such a person at peace. It's hard to fake that, and there is something weird in their eye. I do admit that, but I don't know if it's madness. I'm not so quick to think it's madness as much as it might just be. I don't know. Have you seen like you look into people's eyes and they're just in a different plane of understanding, and these people just seem so peaceful, but they seem kind of in a trance as well, and that's where it's kind of creepy. But
definitely.
I don't know. What do you think about all that? Is that because some people think no, you're dead, you're dead. Like there's no way. There's just
No, 'cause
hallucination.
my mom read this book called Heaven is for Real, and it's like this little kid had appendicitis and it was like really bad, and like he had a near death experience in the hospital, and like he was in some place, and it was like some place in the hospital, like the place where he was like dying or something. He's like, or no, it was his hospital bed, and he's like, that's where, you know, this guy held my hand. And they're like, oh, no one visited. Like, I guess like he said, like they thought Jesus was holding the kid's hand.
Right.
And he said like he said he went to heaven, and like he was naming things he saw, like saying things that he saw there, and it was like it matched with stuff in like the gospel and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's when it's creepy or not creepy, but legit like beautiful. But it's just creepy and it's kind of creepy in the same way.
Yeah.
Have you ever pondered? Have you ever sat down, not sat down to think about it directly, but you just were sitting or going by your day and you thought about the idea of eternity? Spend, heaven, eternity, or hell. Have you ever tried to contemplate what that means?
A long time.
There's no time.
Yeah.
There's no time at all. There's no time. It's just forever, and you try to ponder it like I'll be like 500. No, it's not like you're 500. It's like you're there like forever.
It's weird.
It's too much to even like handle. Like try to follow your life for forever. You're thinking through it. And it's too much. You're like, there's no way our human brains can't even like begin to understand it. But what really intrigued me was one of the testimonies that somebody gave was saying how she went to heaven, the same type of thing, and she like realized like, oh, I've been here before, and this is where I get my musical talent from. Like she saw the music and she just like remembered being part of it and connected with it, and she's like, this is home. And that's where it's like, oh my god, that's scary. The idea of that, we pretty much were just shot into this fleshy body with amnesia, not remembering anything of our past, just starting from zero.
Jeez.
So
you're saying reincarnation is what you're...
I'm not saying reincarnation. Well, reincarnation in the sense that reincarnation in the sense that I believe that our souls manifest in different places, and whether it's for a reason or not, I don't know. Maybe we just go to places because one place ends and then another one begins. Maybe, whatever. But in the same way, I think it's totally possible that your spirit, if you will, or your soul or consciousness, for a scientific term, is inhabits different places, and at one time it was in like a beautiful state like heaven. That's a home, and maybe I don't know. I'm trying to reason with the divine powers of God. Like I have no idea what I'm even saying, but I'm just just my idea is I totally lost I went in so many tunnels. What was I just saying?
Dude, I don't even know.
Were you even paying attention?
I was paying attention. I'm
trying to remember. So
you were talking about like the spirits, souls residing in the
Oh, okay, I remember now.
Right.
It's and maybe, who knows? Maybe we've been there forever or whatever. Maybe we were just created, or I have no idea. But I'm saying maybe it's something like, all right, here you're gonna go down in this experience to learn. You're gonna grow. You're gonna suffer, but I don't know. I'm just saying like this is like a training ground.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? And in that way, maybe that's just the whole idea of it is that we have no like
think how wise
we just woke
old
up.
people are. Like,
We just woke up and we were like, okay, I've never been here before.
You think how wise like old people are, and imagine that like times 5, or even a simple number like being 80 times 2. Like think about how wise you would be at that point.
How would I can't even imagine, but what I feel like you resonate, Neil. Tell me how you feel about this with some of these testimonies. spoke of going into the clouds.
Into the clouds.
Seeing the lights of
Oh, see,
absolute
like
beauty.
like I've seen the light. When people,
And
you
then
don't go towards the light.
all of a sudden, these beings come forth, and you realize it's your family, your ancestors, some who you've never even met before because you weren't even born when they died, and you meet back up with them, and you've known them forever, and you just forgot when you were a human, and now you're back, and you're like, what the hell, what happened? Oh my god, and I can't even imagine what a psychedelic experience death is, and that, I'm not saying I want to die, I'm not ready, it comes at, a point when we're ready, whenever ready to go, but in a way, I imagine it's going to be a totally psychedelic experience that it's going to blow our minds to pieces. And I can't even imagine. I can't even start to imagine. And it really, and then when you start thinking of eternity, in turn you start thinking of how short our lives actually are here on Earth. You're like, eternity? 80 years? I'm going to be alive like 85 years? That's like a baby.
Yeah.
If you really start realizing your life is not that long.
Life's short, man.
This is just part of an infinite existence in multiple universes, maybe, or in different dimensions. And I think the whole idea of all things universe and space in between space, all of it is divine.
I saw this thing about like the fourth dimension. I was watching this documentary when I was on vacation, and they said like, imagine, so for the fourth dimension, imagine the universe. Say I was an ant on this microphone right here on top, right?
Okay.
I can walk this way around it.
Okay.
So like from an ant's point of view, imagine going like that, but you're still. It's so hard to explain. Like, imagine an ant and you're walking forwards.
Right.
But you're also walking.
Are you in the fourth dimension? You're in one dimension, right?
But this is what, I guess this is what the fourth dimension would seem like. So,
okay,
just imagine yourself walking around this as an ant. And that's.
But I don't.
Like, we can't do that, I guess.
Isn't the fourth dimension time?
I don't know. Maybe it's the fifth
all
dimension.
All that, the string theory, all of that is mind blowing. It really is crazy, and I tried looking it up. I'm no scientist, but I tried looking it up, trying to understand, and it's too much to handle. Thinking that maybe, we're all, there's like 10 universe, or there's 10 how many dimensions are there? Is it 6?
I have no clue.
I think there's
probably like 8. That seems like a very reasonable number.
But thinking the idea that. Because a lot of alien people that claim they've seen UFOs and all that, blah 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 blah. There's a lot of them that like some people, whether it's true or not, I don't know if you believe these videos on YouTube that say, I worked at Area 51 or whatever this is, like whatever. I don't know if you believe those videos, but just the idea. A lot of people say this is, that it's proven there are like 7 dimensions. And there are aliens. We're not alone in the universe. It's just, as humans in this third dimension, we can't see other beings that are here with us, and they're all around. And some can see us, and we can see some, and they can't, and we can't see them. So we're not alone. It's just like we're living in different dimensions.
That's interesting.
And it's really psychedelic and really like. You start reevaluating your life and saying, like, think about how infinite the universe is, and I'm wasting my time doing a job I don't want to do. I'm just laying on my couch watching, TV. Like, that's I don't know. I think all that stuff, like, learning about all that stuff is like very inspirational.
There was a episode of Doctor Who I was watching.
Back away a little bit.
I was watching an episode of Doctor Who, and they had these. They went to the moon. It was about the moon landing, but they were in Area 51, I think, or like the British version, and there were these aliens there, but you could only remember them when you were looking at them.
What do you mean?
So like, if I were to look over at it right now, like I would know I was talking to it, but then I'd turn away and I'd forget completely. And like it's always in the corner of your eye. It's that thing that you feel it's there.
Oh, you're freaking me out.
Isn't that weird?
Wait, so what is this?
Doctor Who?
Oh, a show.
Yeah, it's on BBC.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because I definitely, do you ever feel like you're not alone in a room?
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah.
And do you think, oh, it's just, my senses are being weird, or do you think it's actually another energy force in the room?
Yeah. There was another episode where there was a door. This woman had a door in her house her whole life, but she could never see it because she just never checked the corner of her eye. But like if she would just like look, she'd be able to see it like this. And that's the only way she'd be able to see the door.
Wow.
And like inside was like a whole nother dimension. It took you to a whole nother place.
Wow. Yeah.
Crazy.
I think there's no way we'll ever know the true meaning of everything. I think we'll constantly search, and that's great, but yeah.
Maybe there's just endless things to figure out. Infinite possibilities.
But you start really, what I was saying was, you really start thinking, you're like, what was I here to do? What was I here to grow? What was I here to learn? And you start seeing all the, experiences in your life that you had that were suffering, just pure suffering. And others you were happy, and others just like seemed like pure luck, like the universe handed you something, or whatever. And you start thinking, maybe there's something more out there. Maybe it's not just what school tells me there is. Maybe it's not just just us. Maybe it's
It's not just black and white.
we're nothing. We're nothing. We mean nothing. We're just part of an infinite puzzle of pieces. And I think for people, a lot of people, that's hard to. It's too much to think about. And you were kind of telling me how you kind of like just you don't like being too philosophical, and I'm sorry for talking your ear off, but
No, that's fine.
Can you explain? Like, I honestly want to know. Like, explain to me like how do you view your life? Like life in general. Like to me, I love like thinking about philosophy and this weird out of the box stuff. For
I
you,
just
how
want
do you see
to
it?
like. I feel like I just always want to do something. Like I want to try new things all the time. Like I
Okay.
feel like life's pretty much just about making memories and experiences, having good times with your friends, and you gotta explore and try everything, and just keep always adventuring. That's what to me like. Everything here is an adventure. It's something to explore.
Right. But it sounds like you don't even want to question it. It's just like, no, I'm not gonna question why. I'm just gonna do it.
I mean,
do what I do.
I'm acceptable of things. Like I
Yeah.
accept things the way they are. Sometimes I, ask why things are that way, but I still accept the fact that they are that way. Like I wonder why we see colors, but like I accept the fact that we do. Whatever, we see colors, but maybe how do we see them? Or
No, I know what you're trying to say.
I just don't think about it too much.
It's just too much to question. It's like, why bother?
It's not that. It's
No.
just I don't know. I'm not as curious about it. I guess.
No, that's understandable because your interests are in other places, and sometimes I wonder. I was thinking this today when I was driving to work. I wonder, do you think that whoever it may be, you, me, whatever track you're in right now, whatever it may be in your life, whatever track your momentum your momentum and going towards, whatever it may be, do you think it was always going to be that no matter what? Or do you think there was like maybe 5 different things that you could have just fell into a track of, and it just so happened to be the one you're in now, which is, I guess, going to Michigan or, doing hockey or whatever it may be. Wherever you're going, do you feel like it could be something completely different? Because I was thinking about people kind of think that I'm kind of weird in a sense of not I don't know what people, I shouldn't say what people think of me because I have no idea, but some people don't understand why I try to say all these things.
Yeah, I definitely think like there's something that kind of connects me to like what I want to do. Like I have some predetermined kind of path, I guess. Like
Really?
I'm just drawn to certain things, I guess. And
But
maybe
what I'm
that's-
saying is-
maybe I'm supposed to be drawn to those things. Like I have some sort of you know, something in the back of my head saying that's what I want, like that's what I should want.
That's very powerful, dude. Yeah, I totally see what you're saying. But for me, I think about why am I in the track that I am now? Why am I going to an art school? Why am I having this podcast? Why am I doing these videos on ideas? Why am I in this track? You know what I mean? And I start to think, is it possible maybe just by a stroke, just a number of events, random events in my life, put me in the track that I am? And maybe if one was just slightly different,
Dude,
I could be
that's the
doing something
butterfly
completely
effect
different.
right there.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Step on a butterfly and we got dinosaurs now.
Yeah, I thought the butterfly effect was, you know, it flaps its wings.
Yeah,
and
it's
a tsunami is
Yeah.
across the world or whatever.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of
the things we're talking about I can bring back to Doctor Who every time.
really. Maybe I should watch it because I've heard of the show. I've heard it. It's not like I've never heard of it.
It would definitely be a good show for you. Like, there's certain things they can change, but you have, like, you yourself have a real, like, true path. Like, the path of you actually traveling through time, like, you cannot change that. You can change past events that have happened, but when you're, you know, you can't change your current situation.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I don't know. Because maybe it all was predetermined.
Yeah, maybe, you know.
Maybe, you know, there's just something deep in our brains that somehow just put our attention to this one spot, and just by the influence of other things that we're drawn to, we are persuaded to do something else, along with just a domino effect of events, and to be where you are now. And it really is crazy. And I used to spend a lot of time wishing that I could change one of the dominoes. You know what I mean? I used to
I know. I feel that way sometimes.
Like, recently I haven't been trying to do that, but, you know, we all do it. It's all a flaw. We always think we can, like, try to reverse, you know, knocking over a certain domino.
Sometimes I think, like, maybe if I went back to, like, you know, elementary school and changed certain things, like, would I be different? But I feel like you kind of need those experiences you had, and that's, like, the reason you're the way you are today. So why would you want to change that?
No, I feel the same exact way. Everything that's happened in my life, good and bad, I totally am thankful that it happened. But sometimes I do think, what if, for example, I used to live in Maryland, and my friend down the street learned to play guitar, and I got a guitar for Christmas, but I never used it. I didn't even know how to play. I was like 7. And he came over and played it, and one day he came over and was like, "Hey, can I give you $50 for the guitar?" And I was like, "Maybe, sure, that sounds like a good amount of money," but my dad was like, "No, don't sell it." And I was like, "All right, fine." And I said, "No, you can't have it, sorry." And 2 years later, just by a stroke of events, I started receiving guitar lessons, but I promise you, I probably wouldn't have if I had sold that guitar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like weird events like that. Sorry for the sound being weird.
That's all right.
I just things like that. I wonder. I think there are metaphysics, the metaphysical properties of the universe, which is what we're talking about, the butterfly effects, or, you know, you send out positive energy on just a daily basis, and you'll feel it in return. Or the same way, if you're sending out negative, just, you know, spitting just this gook from your mouth onto people every day, just, you know, just like carrying all these problems around with you, letting them out, throwing them at people to maybe make yourself feel a little bit better, that people can understand what you're going through. You're doing this, and in return, just like, you're not happy.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's just like you start, I don't know, but at a certain point, I do get a little bit too crazy, dude. I tell people sometimes, like, I look at an event in my day, and if it's a positive event, I'm like, oh, great, today's, like, a good day. Like, I'm doing things right. Like, I'm happy with my life, and the whole day is just a good day, because I'm looking out for good things.
Yeah.
But in the same way, if I start the day in a negative way,
and, like, little things become a big deal.
I start thinking, damn, like, I I really screwed something up. But maybe I'm too crazy. Maybe I'm getting a little too crazy with it. It's not healthy to be thinking that your day is horrible all the time. But when you feel like your day is great, it's 10 times better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I believe in that stuff. I don't think everybody believes in that though.
I love this thing.
The Tibetan bowl.
The Tibetan bowl.
Singing bowl.
What's up?
Nothing much. What's on your mind?
I've been doing a lot of like outdoor stuff recently. So that's been on my mind because, summer's coming, gotta be ready. Trying to do more than I did last summer.
Yeah, I want to have a good summer.
I didn't do much last summer.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel the same way. I'm hoping to live an eventful summer this summer before going away. And
I definitely want to go skydiving. That's what I want to do this summer.
Really?
I'm 18. I can do it.
Cool. I could totally see myself doing that.
It'd be awesome.
I
registered to vote today. That's crazy.
Out in class.
I never thought I'd be old enough to vote.
Yeah, it was kind of like
weird.
It was like I actually do have like an effect.
I can also get arrested now. That's crazy too.
Oh yeah, you just turned 18.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, are you worried about that?
I'm not worried about it because I'm not stupid, but the fact that it can happen is pretty intimidating. It's a very real feeling. Are you 18 yet?
Oh yeah, I've been 18 since December.
Oh jeez. Yeah, you definitely feel it.
Yeah.
It takes like a couple of days to sink in, but then you realize things are serious.
Yeah, I see it as I don't know, it goes both ways because it's like
we can go to clubs now.
I'm a free person, but in the same way I'm kind of like I'm part of a system now. Like I'm registered to vote.
Yeah.
I got to contribute to society, and oh my, you kind of like you're like I got a responsibility now. I got to pay my taxes if you have a job. But I don't know, dude. What do you have going on in your mind in terms of like are you trying to? Do you have any goals?
I just want to see what happens next year. I really want to play varsity, like Division I hockey. That's the dream.
Do you want to be a hockey player?
Yeah, I mean, I love hockey. I'm fine if that's not my path, but right now, like, this year's just been crazy, I won states and just all this stuff happened, so it just kind of became more important to me.
Talking about what we're talking about, it's crazy when you see the people that they got in a certain path and some tragic event happened that prevents them from staying that path and they can't get over it. They're still like 10 years later still trying to get back on the same path that has passed. I know some people like that, and it's really sad, and I hope that something happens to me, but I don't know. For those people, I feel bad because I guess they're forever they just think, what if? And that's rough. You think about that with a lot of things, though, but that's kind of a major thing. If it's like, I mean, in terms of like a career path, and it just all comes down. Like I know, I thought of this because of what you're saying. When I lifeguarded a couple years ago, one of the people there was like a really good hockey player. He was going to school for hockey and everything, and he had some injury that just totally like took him out, and he can't play, and he was going for school for it, so he didn't go to school, and he just went to Nova, like stuff like that. You know what I mean?
There's stories like that everywhere.
Just completely change the path just because who knows.
There's this kid. His name's Jack Jablonski, and he's like, he played hockey in like, up north, like just high school JV hockey, and he got hit from behind into the boards. He's a quadriplegic now.
What does that mean?
Like
exactly?
he can't use his arms or his legs.
I can't even imagine.
But he just got drafted to a team.
What is that about?
Some junior hockey team, he tweeted the other night, he was like, it was like the draft night, he knew, and he was like, just saying I'm accepting offers, like as a joke, and he got drafted to a team. Some team just said, we'll take him.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
And people might be listening thinking, crap, there's always going to be some bad experiences, and great experiences. And it depends how everyone look on it. Whatever helps you sleep at night, whatever gives you, a positive day. But kind of in a way, if you think deeply into this, if you just see life as nothing but just an infinite amount of experiences, not predetermined good or bad. It isn't until it comes to you and you perceive them that you determine, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? And sometimes you can't avoid it, obviously it's a bad thing, but a lot of times people just choose to look at it in a bad way when it really isn't that bad, and they just jump to it. And really just think of it as, this is just a bump in the road, every day is just a series of events, none good, none bad, just you determine the fate of your own life, your own universe. And sometimes, in the same way what I was telling you about, sometimes a bad thing happens to me and I think, man, my whole day is going to be bad now. And sometimes I realize how silly I sound halfway through the day, and I'm like, wow, just to test it out, I'm going to pretend, screw this morning, today's a good day. You know what I mean? I just go like that, and then the day's good. So, and then when you have days like that, and you can completely reverse it just by a stroke of thought that you have, you totally realize, there is something going on in the universe here. You do have an effect over your life. You know what I mean? I think people think so simple-minded. All it is, you're born, you go to school, you get a job, you have a family, and, you help the family, and you die or whatever. I think there's a lot more going on here. I think there's a lot. I think there's aliens, I think there's elves, not really. I don't know. I think some pretty crazy stories. But,
there's definitely trolls.
You believe in trolls?
Trolls.
Where do they come from? Iceland? Under the bridge?
They're like under bridges, I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe they're just homeless people. There's a lot of homeless in DC, man. Do you ever go to
really?
DC? Do you go to DC often?
I should, because I don't. Because I live by there and I take it for granted. But
there's so many homeless
people. This summer, really.
On my voter registration today, it said, if homeless, describe where you reside.
Wow.
You could just be under a bridge.
That's funny.
In a box.
Speaking of homeless, I was watching a video. Could you ever imagine your life being like this? Can you imagine, the people in Northern California trying to save the trees, and they live in trees, like the hippies, people call them? I was watching a video. I was watching a video of a guy, somebody went and videotaped a guy his a documentary kind of. He's like, yeah, I've been up here 3 years. He has a tent up there, and I think, really, you're alone for 3 years up in a tree? But no, he's walking all around. He's getting food. He has a car. But I was like, okay, I guess that's a little better. But what's even crazier is they showed up in the tree. There's 10 other tents around the surrounding trees, the trees. There's tents in the trees.
They just all live in trees.
They all live in trees, and they had wires connecting each other, and they would have a zip line thing,
to each other's
and then go to each other's trees and talk, and they're friends, and all they were doing was preventing these people cutting down the beautiful redwood trees, which have been around hundreds to thousands. I
want to live in a tree now.
I think that'd be fun to do for a month. I don't know if I could do that for 3 years. Can you imagine your career is gone, you're not working,
Get a nice satellite TV up there.
Maybe you could work. Could you work?
I don't know. Maybe
because you don't have a mailing address.
Yeah, I don't think you could work.
Maybe you
unless
send
you
your
sold
letters.
Maybe you sell T-shirts.
Maybe you for work you put the address as somebody's house, and they just pick up your letters for you.
They have people that they lower their poop to. Have you seen those? They have buckets. They have buckets.
Oh.
And they have people come and empty them out, and then they...
Oh, is that community service? Who are these people?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
dedicated people, I guess.
They don't want to live in the trees, but they'll take the crap. They'll take it.
They'll take all the crap.
That's I don't know. I don't want to do that. But I don't know, on that note, it's a good way to end the podcast. Everybody live in a positive way. Metaphysical properties of the universe are real. Magic is real, not really. I don't know if I believe in magic, but I believe in metaphysics, so I guess that's the same thing.
Same thing.
So, thanks for being on, Neil.
Anytime, man.
Hopefully you'll be on again before we all part ways, just as like a, goodbye to everybody, because I don't have everybody back on. I'm going to have repeats, of course. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for listening on iTunes. Please go rate the podcast, and we'll go up in the charts and be discovered by more beautiful people, and keep this community growing with like-minded people tuning in to this frequency of energy of the universe. I have no idea what I'm saying. All right.
Spirituality.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Explore the universe. Who's next? Next is number 8. Christian Vintilla is going to call in. If anybody knows who that is. If you don't, you'll find out he's a very psychedelic human being. But yeah, everybody, thank you for listening. Spread it around. Thank you for being part of our family. Let's wrap it up. I'm sorry. I just love talking so much, and I get carried away in this mic. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alright, thanks for being on, man.
Yeah, dude, it was fun.
Let me save that. Save.
Dude, it's so weird. I can hear you like in the background.